And we here, man. Welcome to the alternate timeline. This is a TAT episode with my main man Jam. How we doing today, man? How you feeling?
Man, we chilling. Y'all see me here. I got my
Uh oh.
CW
Show it off.
legend, my CW, I guess Justice League shirt on. I'm
Yeah.
about to go see the Flash later on, my
Uh-huh.
lady. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So we gotta got that going on. But that's about it. How you doing today, bro? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good, man. Shit, I just finished watching Demon Slayer, the finale. I'm sure you did too
Yes,
as well. I know. So
sir.
I
Yes,
literally was wearing
sir.
this during the finale. I was like, let me put on my Giyu kimono right quick. So yeah, just finished that. My Hell's Paradise episode is out. The finale episode will be out by time this is out, so definitely check that out too. And yeah, like it's been a busy weekend because I was kind of late on things. Like I was late on last week's Hell's Paradise and last week's Demon Slayer, the Mitsuri episode. So I put those out yesterday, basically, and then just jumped into the newest episodes today. So everything is out. I'm caught up finally. I got some things,
Hey,
got some
hey,
other
hey.
things I want to do. Like I got this Tears of the Kingdom article I'm working on. I'm kind of close with it. I'm kind of close, so we'll see what happens. That might be out when this is out too. So yeah, man,
Great
guys,
game.
that's yeah, got some things. We'll definitely want to talk about it. We'll definitely talk about it. But you were showing me some things off camera. You got some other anime stuff that you got on you right now, don't you? You got the a kunai and some.
Oh yeah, man. Well, yeah, I got got the little kunai, man.
Yeah,
This my fourth Hokage one I picked up at a con. I'm gonna get one
yeah,
of my boys, actually my mentor, I should say, that does art to write, the seal on it from the fourth Hokage.
nice.
So get that going, and
My
yes,
brother's
sir.
got a
Then
kunai too.
I got my little word. I need a couple other kunais, like I need Naruto's, I need Kakashi's joint. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But then I got my Death Note book here. This is actually a prop. You got some of the people, like, it actually got
Oh,
the rules and regulations in that joint.
oh, it's got some
And
things
then
in it.
yeah. And then and it got some of the people that he wrote name, like, you know what I'm saying? In there. Yeah. It's,
Okay.
it's actually a prop from the show. Yeah. This joint cool.
Okay.
I thought it was cool. Hey man, I
Nice.
might have to write some money, you know what I'm saying?
So if you cannot tell, this is a heavily anime episode right here. We're going anime
Yes,
heavy
sir.
on this one, and we're gonna jump right into it. Well, actually, let's do the giveaway stuff first. Do the updates on the giveaway. What are we giving away right now, man? What is it? And do we have one set up for next week as well, or what's going on, man?
Yes, sir. So right now we doing a little thing called Read with TAT.
Yeah.
Read comics with TAT. We reading comics, we reading some manga, we reading a bunch of stuff. And the giveaways that we're doing right now is comics. And we basically giving away cover A's of issue one of series that we just basically, collecting personally. We went over it last series, last video. And that's basically it. So last time we did when we first started this, we was giving away the Avengers
Right.
issue one.
Right.
We have our winner. Shout out to my man Zen over there at Listen 3K.
Shout out Zen. Listen
Zen
3000
Agents of
gang.
Fandom, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Shout him
Shout out
out.
to them. Uh but yeah, my man Zen definitely won the first series. And so what we're hoping is that, people that's including themselves and entering the giveaway, they'll read with us and kind of start collecting the issues from there, and just we talk about it from there. Just read, kind of like a social media reading club, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Just
Okay.
get people a little, feel me, people a little familiarized with with the
Right.
source material, but then also just talk a little bit more on Discord, on the socials, just
Yeah.
kind of interact a little bit. So
Right.
last week we did excuse me, 2 weeks ago when we first started this, we did the Avengers.
Yeah.
That's that new series by Jed McKay. And so this week we actually did this past Wednesday. We're doing them every Wednesday, by the way. Every Wednesday we're gonna be dropping, at least every Wednesday that we a series comes out that we're collecting. Like we trying to keep up with.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely enter for a chance to
Yep.
win. Hop into socials on Instagram. Hop into socials on Twitter. Be on the lookout because we really on it this time with the giveaways, doing a little bit of a different format, and we appreciate y'all for just chopping it up with us, following us, and supporting us, man. That's like our way of giving back, and to create a little bit of a discussion.
Yeah, for sure, man. Definitely go participate in the giveaways. That's at the alt time on Twitter and IG. And if you're watching this video, go ahead and just super smash that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel too, man.
Facts.
Do all that and just participate and be involved. I swear to God, I have this Discord coming. I know you mentioned the Discord. This Discord is basically there. I'm working with a guy that's going to like perfect it for me the way that I want it to be, and like have it all like, because I want to have it very like, what's the word I'm looking for people to interact with. I want it to be interactive, and I have a guy that's going to be working on. He's kind of like a professional. He does it for like his job. He works on people's discords and stuff. So I'm gonna have it all like connected with everything, and hopefully have that out. I'm gonna set up a video call with him very soon. So the Discord will be here soon, and we will be, that's just more, just a different way to get people more involved in discussions to happen and stuff. So yeah, looking forward to that.
Yes, sir.
So be on the lookout for that. And then yeah, so that's basically reading comics with TAT. And we are going to transition into this anime segment, man.
I mean, segue right there into what I'm currently reading, even still, like manga. I'm heavily into manga.
Yeah, you definitely be into manga. I'm an anime only guy, but you're a manga and anime guy.
I'm the source material, man. I need directly from the source.
Here's what's weird, because I follow obviously like superhero side too, and then like comics on that side, where it's like, okay, I like reading the comics just to know the references and stuff for when MCU does their adaptations, and DC do their thing too. But like, it's different with manga and anime. I feel like, because with manga, they really trying to put these panels onto the screen, and like people get upset if it's not like how it is in the manga. Like, like the adaptations with like the comic side is like, it's okay for it to be a little bit different. Yeah, but like when it's manga and anime, it's like, bro, if they change even a little bit in the anime, it's like people are rioting.
Hold on, what you doing?
Yeah, people are rioting. People will not watch, man. But yeah, I'm an anime only guy for now. That's just kind of how I choose to watch it, and I like the surprise of it all, I think. But you have your source material, people, and let me know right now, man. We just watched Demon Slayer. How did they do, man? How did they do?
They did it perfect, man. They did it perfect. They did it really great. By the way, this is spoilers.
Oh yeah, spoiler warning. Spoiler warning, because we're getting into that Swordsmith Village arc right now.
Listen, that season 3, the Village arc, man. Listen, the Swordsmith Village arc was perfect. Actually, I like reading. So I read the whole manga. I've read all of Demon Slayer, the series. So now it's just, I'm pretty much waiting for it to come out, animated. I've only read it. I only read it after, I think, season 1 or something like that, because I was so invested. Or maybe it was season 2 or right before season 2 started. Yeah, it was right before season 2 started, because I already read all of the Mugen Train stuff before. So I only read it because I was so excited after watching that, like season 1, when Tanjiro took the water into the fire fighting the spider dude. I was like, oh boy, this is. So from there, like, I just had to read it all, and I read it like it was during 2020 COVID. So I just read it all of it real quick. I had the time on my hands, and it was a 300 and something chapters. It was worth it. I'll say this moment is, for me, like the way they animated and everything was I feel like the climax, maybe not the climax, but really like the turning point of Demon Slayer. Because like from this point, like this is where it starts getting crazier, like even bigger stuff happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so for me to see this, I'm a big Rengoku fan. Like that's just in the manga, in the movie, and the way they animated. That's my god. But I'll be honest, they made me a Muichiro fan.
Boy.
Muichiro is that guy. It's like, look, they animated it very well. Like in the manga, again, he was cool. I rock with him, but like this they made me like, all right, they made me appreciate him, and in
He's
the way they did
nice.
his mist stuff, season was perfect. Now this finale, one of my favorite moments in the whole series, manga and anime. I thought it would be, got teary eyed, man. I thought it was
Yo, I was
done
crying
beautifully.
halfway through my reaction, bro. I was
Now
like,
listen,
yo, they
listen,
putting me in a emotional state right now. It's
listen,
wild.
listen. My guy Tanjiro almost basically like Nezuko sacrificed herself
He had to make a decision.
to let's save, and he couldn't take it. She made it for him, and that to me that was just it was
Oh,
done
God.
beautifully.
It hurt,
And
man. It
then
hurt
when
me.
she's alive at the end, no,
Yeah.
listen, when she's alive at the end, the sun just hit her, and it's just like her skin's glowing. I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, they did it perfectly. Did it absolutely perfect.
Hmm.
So to answer your question, man, like the way they adapted it, yeah, I thought they did it really well.
Mm.
I have no complaints. It was done beautifully. The animation, that's one thing, man. Demon Slayer to me, like after reading the whole thing, like it doesn't have any crazy deep story. It doesn't
Yeah.
have like it's not like monumentally influential or anything. The fight scenes aren't even like wildly crazy compared to some of the other stuff that we're watching, right?
Mm.
But the animation of
Yeah.
this show is so great.
It's
Like
so
you just are
flashy.
in like
It's
it's
so
just so
flashy.
pretty. Yeah, it's pretty. It's flashy. Yeah, like it's beautiful.
And
And so to
it
me,
started.
I got no complaints.
You're right. So it's to me, I knew they was going crazy when the first episode, like when they do the whole where they're doing they're showing off the demons, right? And they showing the what's the place they're called? What's the place called that they're in? Like that tower that
That's a
they're
good
in. I
question.
forget what it's called, but
Yeah, I don't remember what it's.
that
Yeah,
lady like strokes the guitar and she's like controlling it all, right? Their dimension. But yeah, that was animated crazy. And then um I gotta say, like, I love Muichiro, right? Like, I love the way they had him drop this dude off, Gyoko off. Like, me and my brother was just like, man, will they really like do it though? Because like they have this thing where they drag out these fights with these demons, especially upper rank demons. Um,
yep,
and
yep.
then for him to just like get in his mode and then be like, I'm doing this shit. And then he freaking did that shit. I was like, yo, I was obsessed with the way they did that. And then
Yeah,
Mitsuri, who has been sidelined like most of the season, she finally gets in the picture fighting Zohakuten. And she's doing her thing. And she's got a very flashy way about herself. And she's like dancing with it. It's great. The sword is like a ribbon. It's great. And
yep.
I will say, like, her and what's the sound Hashira's name? Do you remember his name? I can't remember his name. The sound
Nah,
Hashira that was in the
uh,
last one. Um,
last season.
yeah, the way that he fights and the way that
Tenjin, is it Tenjin? Is it Tenjin or something like that?
is it
Tengen
Tenjin?
or something like that.
It might be. I have to look it
I
up.
don't. But you think, but yeah. So I know
Yeah,
who you're talking about. That
him
guy too. He was cool.
and Mitsuri, the way that they fight is just very flashy to me. Like, I think it's because their weapons, the way they wield their weapons, is like the way they fight. Very very flashy
Oh,
animation.
you ain't seen nothing
Yeah.
yet,
Oh yeah, so I'm
man. You ain't
ready.
seen nothing yet.
I can't wait. I can't wait. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, man. Going from, just them going into the Swordsmith village and those demons popping up and everybody like under attack, and then this anger demon, not anger demon. Well, he was what was he at first? The very first
He was fear. Then he was like, well,
Hun,
I know his last one was resentment too. He was resentment.
yeah, so yeah, right. So he had so many different splits. It was crazy. Like
Yeah,
he wanted you to slice his head off, so he would just split into more. But he had like the four emotions at first. It was like sorrow, anger, like pleasure was one of them. I forget the other one, but then like
yeah,
the anger demon absorbs those three, and then he turns into Zohakuten, the hatred demon, right? And he was just banging the drums and shit. Like it was kind of hard the way he was banging the drums. I was like,
yeah.
yo, he hard.
You know,
But
it reminded me of the demon from the first season that when they were in that
yeah,
when
I
he
know.
was banging his gongs and you know
Yeah,
what I'm talking about? Yeah.
I remember exactly what you're saying. But yeah, I mean, it was crazy. I was very into it, and this last episode had me all the emotions. I mean, the way that they had to break loose from Mitsuri, and then Genya, even Genya's backstory. I didn't even speak about Genya. Genya's backstory had me
That's
in the
my
middle of the
guy.
season. He has a brother who's a Hashira,
My guy.
and his whole family was killed, bro, by basically the mother that was turned into a demon. It was like a crazy backstory, and ever since that backstory, I was like, I'm a fan of this guy. I want him to do well. Like, I'm rooting for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, but basically, it's him, Nezuko, and Tanjiro that are going after the main body in this finale, and they get to
At
it
the end.
Yeah, they get to it, and freaking. Oh, first of all, this dude learns Zenitsu's whole breathing, like the thunder thing.
His whole breathing. So now he didn't learn breathing technique. He just learned how to like use basically like the concentration on the breathing to power his own, like essentially.
Okay, got you. Yeah, I was like, what the hell?
Focused on his muscles, because that's the only things that Nelly knows how to do.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, the way he used that to catch up and almost tear off this dude's head, and then he grabs the guy. He grabs Tanjiro, and he gets big. Like, he gets big, and I'm like, what the? Like, another thing that, like, another evolution to this guy. I'm like, what the hell? This doesn't end. He grabs Tanjiro's face, basically, and then they get him off of him. Tanjiro slicing the neck, and then the dude scoots back off a cliff, right? Off the cliff, and this guy gets up, and he's got like no arms. He's got a sword halfway through his neck, and he sees three swordsmiths, and he goes after them. And that's when I think that's when Tanjiro makes that decision to. Oh no, he powers through again, does the thunder thing, the thunder step. I'm gonna just call it the thunder step. Cuts his head off. Yeah, cuts his head off, and he comes back with Nezuko, and Nezuko's pointing like, "Yo, he's still going." And that's when they put Tanjiro in that decision, like, you gonna get this demon who's about to kill these villagers,
or you gonna let her get burned by your sister? You gonna sunburn your sister up?
Yeah, I'm like, yo,
crazy.
And even before that, freaking Muichiro throws him the sword that they've been working on. Muichiro throws Tanjiro the damn sword, which was amazing. I'm like, oh, because I forgot all about the sword. Mr. Hagen Nezuka like working on the sword or whatever. So he gets that, but then he's holding his sister. Nezuko basically like kicks him, and I was like, no way.
He kicks him out the way. Yup, she kicks him out the way.
Oh man! And then the way he lands and he doesn't even look back. He's like, Nezuko entrust me to do this. I'm gonna do this.
And he starts to smell for the main body of the demon. Yep.
Yeah. And then he does
this. He just take him off with the.
Yeah.
With the meat.
He does his thing. And and then like you said, he looks back. Nezuko is fine. She still got like the teeth, like she still got the fangs and still got the eyes, so they're still working on it. But yeah, that was basically she can talk. That was basically the first half of the episode. Then they basically show that Muzan was watching the whole thing, right? And maybe he just knows that she
can sense.
She was able to withstand the sunlight, and now he's like, I need that.
Game time.
Yeah, so
game time.
He's about to be on that ass. That's what I said. That in the reaction. He's about to be on Tanjiro's ass right now.
So you know what? Actually, you reminded me. There is one thing that they changed a little bit from the manga and the anime. I believe in the manga, like her first words are like "Hi, brother" or something like that. So it felt like a little bit more like, "Oh shit!" Like when you read it. Whereas this one, she was just like, "Thank goodness!" Like she was just repeating what they said. Like, or whatever. But I think that was if I'm not mistaken, that was like another little change that they did. Either way, it was still fucking fine.
Got you. They give some backstory to Lord Muzan and how he basically became a demon. And
Lord Muzan.
Yeah, he was spazzing off. He's spazzing off.
Jackson. I said, can we just say that's probably one of the worst villains I've ever seen is Muzan, Michael Jackson.
like visually seen, that's what you're saying? Like visually a bad looking villain. Is that what you're saying?
He just looks bad. His backstory is Michael Jackson. Like he's just Michael Jackson. It's terrible.
He's just Michael Jackson. Oh man. But he's
It's just Michael Jackson dressed as Thriller.
yeah, he's vicious though. He's definitely vicious, and then season 4 was just announced, and they put out a
Season
teaser,
4 just got announced today.
and it's the
It
training
just
arc,
got
right?
announced today.
It's like the
It's
Hashira
the
training
Hashira
arc.
training arc. It's 2 volumes,
Yeah.
9 chapters. A lot of people are like, bro, are they gonna do a whole chapter in an episode? Like each episode is gonna be a chapter? Like how are they gonna do that? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm theorizing it's gonna probably be something like the first episode is gonna be an hour or something, and then the last episode will be like an hour or something like that. It gotta be, or they might do up to a point, and then the ending of it will be a movie, kind of like they did with the Mugen
Oh,
Train
okay.
arc. That's really what I'm thinking, because I don't see how they're gonna do the 9 chapters in one season. That's a lot. But
Gotcha.
regardless, this is when shit gets crazy.
It's fire like
I
that.
think you're gonna get a lot. Yeah, you're gonna get a lot more backstory to the other Hashiras. It's about to be ooh wee.
It's about to be ooh-wee. All right, man. I can't wait to see it, man. I cannot wait. So yeah, that's it for Demon Slayer, man. Like right now, the Swordsmith Village arc, that's the conclusion of it. Can't wait for the next season. As far as my reactions, I will probably, the next thing I'll react to outside of Hell's Paradise will be the Bleach. When Bleach comes back, I'll be doing the 1,000-Year Blood War arc part 2. So be on the lookout for that. But speaking of Hell's Paradise, episode 11 also came out yesterday. And I texted
Yes,
you
sir.
after that, and I was like, yo, they just went dark. Like really dark.
Yes, sir.
I was not ready
Yes,
for
sir.
this to get, bro. I was, in my reaction, I'm like, yo, it's a sex island. It's a freaking sex island. The whole thing. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
I mean, it's basically a sex island.
It's a
little
sex island.
deeper, but for
Yeah.
the most part, yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that's one of the main ways they get power is having sex with each other.
Yeah.
It's just fucking wild.
It's wild.
And they basically raping young shorty. Like, well, she's not really young. She's like 1,000 years old, but like still,
yeah. But looks wise, she looks very young to us, and she also aged up too. Her name is May. She like aged up like between the last episode and this one, which is interesting. We don't really know much about that, but yeah, Hell's Paradise so far has been, you binge watched it, right? Like you binge watched it up to this point, basically.
Yeah, so I binge watched it, I want to say up till about these last 2 episodes. Episode 10 and 11, or episode 9, 10, and 11, like the last 3, something like that. So I've been kind of keeping up with it now. I'm rocking with it. I really like Gabimaru, but I also like what's his name? Chori or Choro or something like that.
Which one?
The blonde hair guy. The blonde hair guy with the brothers.
Oh, Shobei.
Chobei, that's my guy, bro.
That's your boy?
That's my guy. Him, he's like the master adapter. He's like
adapter.
He just adapts to anything.
Yeah,
like,
he's nice.
Fire.
He's nice.
I rock with him. I rock with Gabimaru, the main character. I feel like Gabimaru is the main character, so you're gonna always rock with the main shonen. At least most of the time, you rock with the main shonen protagonist. But I also one of my guys died, with the guy with the sword. In like episode 6 or 7 or whatever.
The other blonde guy.
The other blonde guy.
Yeah, that was with the other little girl, right? New guy. Yeah,
with the little girl. Yeah,
but his master shows up
with the blind guy.
Yeah, his master Shion, the blind guy, shows up. And what's interesting about him is he can already sense the waves and stuff. Like he knows what Tao is. Which is interesting. Like he knew this before even
the middle way.
Yeah, it's really nice.
And so I rock with that. But it shows Gabimaru is on a different type of time.
Yeah.
Now this episode, Gabimaru is.
She was like,
he mastered Tao in like an instant.
Yeah,
in an instant.
May was like, Gabimaru Tao big, like it's big. Yeah, he's got a lot of it. He's got a lot of it.
She was like, he's him. He's him.
Right. And then what else is happening at the same time? You got Sagiri, Santa. Yusuriha and Hoko are together. They just reached a temple, um,
Yeah.
and I
And
think that
my boy got
yeah, bro, that shit was crazy. I thought it was crazy. Yeah, he got sent off. We'll see if he's still alive. He might be.
that's literally how the episode ends too.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I think I'm interested to see what's next for Sagiri too, because she's had some moments too where she's like they put a lot of focus on her as like a main type of character as well. And then Yuzuriha, we're gonna see her in action finally, like because every
Oh
time
yeah.
she
Oh
does her
yeah.
thing, they like cut away from her, right? But we're about to
Yep.
see what
Yep.
she's made of for sure. And yeah, but they're in
I
trouble though
think
because
she's
they don't.
dying here.
You think she's
I'm not.
dying?
I think she's dying there.
I think
I think she's
that.
dying here.
I think her executioner's dying. I think Senta's dying. I think he's
You talking about
dying.
dude with the glasses?
Yeah, even
Yeah,
though
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think
He might die. He might die sacrificing himself for her or something like that. Yeah.
something like that. Yeah, because there's been a couple episodes where nobody's died yet, so somebody's definitely
Somebody
on.
got to get smoked.
Somebody's gonna get smoked. All right.
Hey,
Yeah,
look. Speaking of continuing on with anime, man. We gotta talk about Black Clover. The movie
the
just
movie.
dropped after 2 long years. Fans, I've been waiting. I've been waiting, baby. And listen, we were blessed. We were blessed. I watched it Friday. Today is what? Sunday. I watched it Friday
Yeah,
with my guy. Literally the best thing ever. Animation was on point, gave you all of the feels. The choreography and the fighting, the story was great. And it doesn't happen it doesn't happen in the manga. It's not I don't want to say it's not canon because it is canon. It takes place like during one of the time
yeah,
skips, but it will hold I will say hold fans over for, you know what I'm saying, for a good couple months, kind of give you something new.
yeah,
I hope that because the manga is coming close to an end, the manga is about to be over with this next arc. I'm assuming that the movie will be out for a couple months, and then
yeah.
they're gonna announce before the end of the year this anime to return. I'm praying we need this anime to return. Black Clover is my favorite new
That's your
gen anime.
favorite.
It's like my Naruto. It's like my new Naruto. Like it's
Mm,
my favorite new gen anime. I binge watch all of it. I read it every opportunity. What is it? Every 2 or 3 weeks when the manga drops. Sometimes it drops weekly. Sometimes it drops every 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It's hit or miss, but it is in the final arc. I'm all caught up with chapter 361. This is my favorite, man. I love Black Clover more than any manga right now. I promise you. I
heard it.
promise you.
Heard it. Yeah, I
I
still have
think
to
that's
watch
really
it.
it
I still
for
have to watch
anime.
it. No, hold on. I got a couple more things for anime. I got a couple more things. Yeah, that's I still got to watch that movie. I'm gonna watch it tonight. Literally, I'm gonna watch it tonight for bed.
Wait, you watched all of Black Clover already?
Yeah, I'm caught up in Black Clover. Come on now.
Oh
I'm caught up
yeah,
now. I'm caught up in Black
yeah.
Clover. I'm caught up in Black Clover. Yeah, that's come on, man. I'm team Black Bulls now. Stop playing.
Black Bulls, that's my guys.
Yes, sir. So yeah, before we end this segment, um, two things. I also
Oh, I got another
recommended.
one
Go ahead. Go
after
ahead.
you.
You go ahead. No, you go ahead
All
first.
right, all right, all right. So I think my last one that I want to talk about is Doctor Stone season 3. Just
Ooh,
went on the middle hiatus.
don't give too much because I haven't watched it yet. I'm binge watching it in dub. Don't
Copy,
forgive me. I'm doing dub
copy,
people on this because I started it
copy.
in dub. So don't get mad at me. Don't come for me. I do some things in dub. Doctor Stone was one of them. And I started in dub. I'm finishing in dub. That's just how it is. And dub comes after sub,
Hey,
and I'm binge watching that when that happens. So, but yeah, if you
I
have any
respect
general
it. I
things to
respect it.
say about it, go for it.
I generally, I don't read Doctor Stone manga.
Okay,
For me, Doctor Stone is like a feel good anime. I like the education pieces of it. It's
facts.
just a good story overall.
It's great.
I'm all caught up with that. It just went on the season 3 hiatus till October. It's coming back, the second part of season 3.
Oh, okay.
And it was good. No, generally it was good. Last episode hit me very emotionally, and for when Dennis and for those when y'all watch it, y'all understand why I mean that because it just is a part that it's emotional, man. It hit me at home as far as like family things like that.
Okay.
So, um, was not. I don't want to say hit me at home like I dealt with something similar, but I'm saying like as
Yeah.
far as like the family aspect of it and what happened uh for the main character Senku, it was really emotional. I thought
Nice.
it was. And so yeah, I think that's really the only thing I can say really about it with no spoilers for it. It was great. I thought it was great. Um, and then one more thing for as far as from on my side,
Go
as
ahead. Go
far as for
ahead.
the
Go
anime
ahead.
segment, um, I'm binge watching Spy Family with my lady, y'all.
Nice.
That's another one of our feel good animes. We're halfway through season one. Season three comes. I mean, excuse me, season two comes out in October. So we're
I
about
love.
like episode 12,
Yeah.
13. And it's dope, man. It's fun. It's enjoyable. Like we're invested. We feel part of the family. Like
I
it's
love
good.
Spy Family, man. I love the fact that
So good.
I love the fact that they're all unique, but they don't know about it. Like they don't know each other's uniqueness.
Yeah.
Like that's what's so funny. That's what makes it hilarious. It's like he's married a fake assassin, or no, he's
Yeah.
fake married an assassin, and then
Assassin.
yeah, the girl can read minds. They don't know that, and then he's a
It's
spy,
just
and they don't
so
know
dope.
that. It's crazy. Um,
And then
yeah,
her brother is the secret police chief. Like
right.
that's to
And he
me, that's
hates.
wild.
Yeah, he hates him. So yeah, it's
Crazy.
great. It's great, man. Fun stuff. I can't wait for more of that too. For me, I recommended you Magic and Muscles the other day. I'm watching that right now, and it's another one of those like don't take it serious at all. It's not meant to be taken seriously at all. It is just fun.
Okay.
It's pure fun. I told you it's like a mix of like One Punch Man and a mix of Black Clover, but like a parody of it, like a parody of those two.
Okay.
The main character is very strong. Like in a magic world, they're like born with these lines that say that they're magic users. If they have two, they're like super strong. He was born with none, and they usually kill off those kids that are like born with no magic. But his
Oh
like
wow.
one of his family members like took him in, like hid him away in the forest, and every single day he like worked out. So he's like strong, like Saitama strong, right? Like he's strong. So
Oh.
then he goes back. They find him, right? I mean, this isn't giving away too much, but they find him, and they basically say he's got to, in order to like live and him save his grandfather. I think it's his grandfather. Um, you got to attend this school and you got to become like that dude at school. Like, you got to achieve like whatever highest there
Okay.
is, and and then they'll like leave you alone. So he basically goes there with that in mind, and it's just funny, like the way he's outdoing these magic users that have been taught like their whole lives using magic. The way he's just doing it with pure like strength, muscle, and like ability. It's funny as hell. It's super funny because they can't touch him really. They really can't touch him. But yeah, I highly
How many
recommend
episodes
it.
is out?
It's like 11-ish. Like it's about the same as like Hell's Paradise. Like it's like
Okay.
11-ish episodes that are out. And it's getting to like a peak point of it. So I would definitely recommend it just as a fun binge, man. Fun binge. It's called
Okay.
Magic and Muscles. And then the last thing I wanted to say, because we've never really gotten into this, is Pokemon, bro. Like, there's no more Ash Ketchum. Like, we've never really talked about it. There's no more Ash Ketchum, no more
Okay.
Pikachu, right? And I just wanted to be like,
Well, there's a Pikachu, but he's not.
there is a
He's
Pikachu,
not
right? And
our
I'm about to,
Pikachu.
I'm about to talk about that too. But yeah, I just wanted to like, yo, like it's over. That's crazy to me. Like that still hasn't even like sank in that like no more of them. And that I was asked the other day, like, who is the best Robin in any like media, like everywhere? Like, who's the best like companion to ever be a part of anything? And my mind went to Pikachu. Like off rip, like I was like Pikachu was probably like one of my favorite like companions. Like if I'm Batman and he's Robin, like give me my Pikachu, man. Give me Ash
But
Ketchum's
I feel
Pikachu.
like that's fair. I feel like Pikachu is Batman though, like in that sense.
That's tough.
Like you know what I'm saying? 'Cause it's like Ash is Ash, like he's Batman, but Pikachu's Batman too, because he's the one. I don't know.
Because
That's
he's
tough.
doing it, yeah.
That's
Because he's
fair.
doing it. Let's just say companion. He's the best. Like for me, like
All right.
just thinking about everything, every person, every like media fandom, whatever. I'm like, man, the best
Yeah,
companion, Ash's Pikachu, man. Like that's tough. That's hard to beat. That's hard to beat.
that is hard to beat.
That's
That's
hard to
hard to beat.
beat.
In fact,
But yeah, man, it's a new.
okay.
Go ahead.
Well, no, I haven't personally actually watched the new Pokemon
I was
where
about to get
Ash
into it.
isn't in it yet. I know that the Masters 8 is going to be dropping here in the United States
Mhm.
next week, the 23rd on Netflix.
Okay.
So that's going to be like the start of the Masters 8 tournament where it's like phasing Ash out. So, because
Ah,
you know they did that, they announced that like in Japan, like that comes out on
right,
regular television every day or every week in Japan.
right.
But for us here, like we about to get here States Netflix, and so I've been waiting for that. Like I'm looking forward to seeing Ash get phased out, um, and really just see how it goes, how they do it. You know,
Yeah.
I can't sit here and say I've been keeping up with Pokemon since the beginning. I've watched, you know, when I was a kid, and then I've watched here and there certain stuff. But like I will say this, like Alola series, I did watch that,
Hmm.
and this new series with him like following Sword and Shield and like the whole
Yeah.
stuff like that. I've been on it. I've been on it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. I will say I'm looking forward to it.
I'm in the middle of the classic Pokemon stuff right now. Like I'm in the middle. I forget where exactly I'm at with it. I have it up on a site and I'm just like breezing through it. I usually do it when I'm editing videos. Like I'll have it on the side. But
Mm,
Pokemon Horizons is the new one with Liko and Roy. I'm caught up. Well, there's one that dropped today, episode 11, but I'm caught up with it, man, and I love it so far. I love it. The Paldea region, they just got to it because I think she goes to school not in the Paldea region. It's like, you know, she gets in some trouble or whatever. She gets picked up by some people that were hired by her dad to look after her. So she's like on the journey with them, and then Roy comes into the picture. They pick him up on the way, and it's very they add this whole thing because you know the game that we're playing names of it,
Scarlet and Violet.
Scarlet and Violet. Yeah, so Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, they kind of start following it a little bit. The last
Okay.
episode was the gym, like the first gym leader of Scarlet and Violet with the guy with the tired eyes or whatever. He was in the last
Okay.
episode. We just met Nemona in the last episode. So they're
Like your main rival or whatever.
yeah, yeah. So they're starting to follow that a little bit. There's only one difference, which is Roy and the way he's connected to it all, and what he's after. That's like the main difference that wasn't in the games right now. But so far, it's so good, man. I'm really enjoying it. I'm about to watch the next episode as soon as we get off of here. So definitely recommend Pokemon Horizons for anybody that wants to just jump into a new Pokemon show for sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
man.
Well, before we end this anime segment,
Yeah.
man, I want to say, you know, what's to come. Jujutsu Kaisen season
Right.
2 is dropping next month.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Kenshin reboot coming as well.
Yep.
Um, Rising of the Shield Hero season 3 is coming,
Yeah.
I believe, in October. If I'm not mistaken, right? Hold on, hold on. We
Yeah.
got the list. You got the list? Is it
Uh,
October?
I don't have the list on me right
Let me see.
now, but
And we got this for the podcast, folks. This for the podcast, folks. We got Rising of the Shield Hero October.
yeah.
We got Spy Family returning in October. We got Doctor Stone returning in October. And now I'm coming back thanks to your scheduling programming because that was the only thing that was on my list. So we got those three in October. We got Jujutsu Kaisen returning next month.
Same with
And then the Roninori
Bleach.
Kenshin reboot.
Same with Bleach Part 2's next month.
Same with Bleach. Same with Bleach Part 2, and then the Roninori Kenshin reboot coming as well. I think it's next month. Now I will say, oh, and My Hero season 7 is apparently coming.
Is that this
I
month?
believe in October as well. I think it's October.
Oh yeah, that's this
as
year.
well.
Interesting.
Well, and all of that stuff we will, you know, all the stuff that's coming later on this year. We will talk about it again. But definitely wanted to highlight about that stuff, especially Jujutsu Kaisen coming next month.
Gotcha.
Other than that, man, I think that's it on my anime. I think, like I said, we'll talk about. Oh, I'm trying to. I don't know if anybody leave us a comment. But I'm definitely trying to watch Tokyo Revengers and Vinland Saga. Those are on my list.
Yeah,
Those are my next up on my list. So
yeah.
be on the lookout for us to be talking about those. I'll talk with Dennis a little bit once I finish them and talk with him about it. Do maybe a TAT episode once I finish with those. And then last but not least, my last anime that I'm gonna continue praying for to come back, season 3 of Fire Force,
Oh,
along with Black Clover.
need it.
Fire Force is one of my favorite animes all time of the new gen series, and I need season 3 to be renewed. I need it to come back. And with that, y'all, I will leave this anime segment of our TAT episode alone. And me and Dennis, I think. Well, Dennis, what we got next going on, bro? What we got next? Was it the PlayStation showcase? Was it gaming?
We're just gonna do we just general gaming, man. You know, stuff we're playing.
Gaming. I got so many other games that I'm playing, like between, Tears of the Kingdom. I just beat the Pokemon League in Violet, so I gotta go ahead and do the. Oh no, excuse me. I just beat the Professor and finished off the Underworld stuff. So I gotta now go rebeat all the gym leaders. So that's 2 Switch games that I'm playing. And then they just did the Transformers Battle Pass for Fortnite, so I'm on that. And trying to last 2 games I'm playing is beating the story for Star Wars Jedi Survivor.
Right.
And platinuming Guardians of the Galaxy still.
Got you.
But speaking of Star Wars, we gotta talk about Outlaws. Outlaws looks phenomenal.
It looks crazy right now. It definitely looks crazy. I seen a lot of people. I mean, it's getting a lot of hate. It's getting a lot of hate because of the lady character, which everybody wants to be weird about. Whatever. It's a lady character, and then you also have the people that are like, so you can't be a Sith or a Jedi or anything like that. It's just a girl with a blaster. Like,
who cares? I get to be a lady Han Solo. Like, sign me the all the way down for it. Like, we've gotten to play as a Mandalorian before. We've gotten Star Wars Bounty Hunter. And for those that forgot, that's a PlayStation 2 game. That's those for those that really know. You have to play as freaking, was it Boba Fett or Jango Fett? I wanted one of them. You have to play as one of the Fetts, right? I think it was actually Boba. You got to play as Boba. So we got to play as a Mandalorian before. We get to play as a Jedi with Cal Kestis in the 2 iterations of Star Wars Jedi, right? We also got Star Wars Battlefront, where you got to play as a bunch of other characters if you really wanted to. So the fact that people are complaining about being like a Han Solo girl type character in an open world Star Wars game, I think is just ridiculous. I think it's going to be phenomenal. I'm super excited. I think there's going to be a lot of people that are excited about it, specifically women that are going to be very excited about it, because we've seen so many male as the forefront of the Star Wars universe. We got Rey?
Yeah.
Like, as a main character? Come on now. Like, I think this is dope. So, and Rey and Ahsoka. Like, that's what we got.
Yeah.
Like,
Ahsoka is my favorite freaking character.
Like, and Ahsoka's one of my favorite characters. Like, you got males. Some of these guys, man, y'all need to get over yourselves, for real. But other than that, like,
so yeah,
I think gaming.
Yeah, so one of the other things that was from that PlayStation showcase was Phantom Blade Zero. That was the one that was like, that was the only other one that was like, oh, that game is hard. Once I seen him in battle mode, and I see him do something where he hits with one side, and then he like hits his leg, has a blade on the other side. He does it at the same time. Yeah, I was like, oh yeah. I have not seen. I think I texted you. I was like, I ain't never seen combat like that. Maybe I'm weird with games, and I just don't know. Maybe I just don't know.
Type Hero is like the closest I could think to it.
Yeah, like I just haven't seen like combat like that where it's like comes off as like realistic as well. So it's like I just haven't seen it. I was like, oh, he moving different, man. He jumps off the cliff or whatever, and he like hits this guy with like the running sword thing. He does the running thing.
Good.
So yeah, Phantom Blade was one that was hype about. That was the only other one. But I guess right now what I'm playing, what I wanted to talk about was Tears of the Kingdom. I want to talk about that for a little bit because man,
gonna fuse this with the little fire.
Right. I'm writing an article about it, man, too, because it's just, to me, it is one of the most like free thinking games I've ever played. Like just I like you know how you go into the towers and you shoot up, right? And then you see everything. Bro, I be seeing like different shrines all across the place, and I'm like, I want to go there. I never get there. I never get because I get this. You know, you get distracted by so many things. You just end up somewhere totally different on the other side of the map, and you never get to where you think you want to go. Like you may get there like the next gaming session, like next week. It's just how it is in this game. It's weird, man. You can go wherever the hell you want, and I love it, man. Like the game literally is like the first hour and a half. It tells you, or it shows you like the new mechanics. Like this is what's different. They show you the Zonai stuff. They show you Link's new abilities. And then they show you like, okay, this is the Sky Islands, and then you got the main Hyrule, but things are different on Hyrule too because of the Sky Islands, and then also below it. So they give you 3 maps, and they just drop you off on the Sky Island.
I just got to the depth.
Yeah, I haven't even gone there yet, but they drop you off. I just got there, dog. Yeah, they drop you off, and they're like, here, go, and it's just like. You go wherever the hell you want. I know a lot of people. Yeah, I know a lot of people like me.
Yep.
I go to places that I was familiar with in Breath of the Wild. So like I've been to Hateno Village, Lurnal Village was at the very bottom right. You have to restore that village because it's like overran by pirates. That's a whole like night of gaming is restoring that village. It's just crazy, bro. It's crazy, man. I'm obsessed with the game, and like even the shrines, like. You can tell that they're set up with the intentions of you doing it a certain way. And I feel like I never do it the way it's intended for me to do. Like I figure out some kind of
whichever one I find.
Yeah, whatever way I do it, bro. And like just messing with the abilities, like the reverse and the fuse and what's the one where he controls where things go, like the building one. I forget what it's called. Ultra Hand. Yeah.
Ultra Hand, yeah.
So like, bro, the cheat code basically is Ultra Hand and reverse at the same time. Like, if you can like move something to a place, move it back, and then reverse it.
I need to get that piece where you can save the stuff you built.
Same. I haven't gotten that either.
That.
I think that's in the depths. I need that. I'm pretty sure it's in the depths.
I will say, so for me, like we talked about this. For me, this is a big improvement. We talked about this off cam, I should say, like off stream.
Yeah.
But for me, this is a big improvement for Breath of the Wild because, to me, Breath of the Wild just felt like an open world of nothingness. Like I wasn't in depth into it. Like I wasn't invested as much as everybody else was. Like that year, that was the first game to me I think that was the first game I bought with my Switch. I think it came out it came out around the time of the Switch. Something like that. Yeah. Whatever. It was like the first game that I got with the Switch. So for me, like I was expecting like, or at least based off of the Zelda that I was playing, like I love Twilight Princess. I love, the classics, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Wind Waker. Wind Waker to me is like an open world Zelda game, right? Like, so for me, I was comparing it to that. When I played Breath of the Wild, like it felt like it was dope, the openness of it, the realism, having stamina to climb and things like that. But I just felt like it didn't have enough depth in it. It felt like I was just running around. There's nothing happening. Whereas this, it improved 1,000-fold. Every twist and turn, there's something, whether it's a dungeon to explore, enemies just pop up, creations that you can make with your weapon or with the Ultra Hand, fusing, things like that. So to me, this improved everything. Like all of my complaints I had with Breath of the Wild, it improved 1,000-fold. And then on top of that, this story, it's a continuation of Breath of the Wild story, but it's way more in depth.
It's bigger.
Story, it's way. I think it's way better executed as well. Like in Breath of the Wild, it was a little bit more of a mystery to everything. Whereas this, I feel like it's told to you. Like the story is being told to you along the way. Like and maybe that's a little bit of the handholding that we've come accustomed to in video games. But I appreciate that a little bit more in this game than I did in Breath of the Wild. That's really all I got to say. I love this Tears of the Kingdom, man. It's phenomenal. Yeah. I have no complaints at all.
Yeah,
every time I play,
I definitely get what you're saying. Like with the whole, like some spaces, even in Tears of the Kingdom, like there's spaces where like there's just nothing happening. Like I get that complaint. I definitely understand that. I was still able to just enjoy it because I like just being in the world regardless. But I definitely understand when people say that, and I definitely agree with you that they improved on the world and just like so many different things to do in the world of Hyrule. So I definitely agree with you there. And yeah, man, there's something to the way they built this game, and this is why I was like, when y'all was in the shout out to the council, when the council was almost hating on Zelda for a second, I was like, wait a minute, because to me this game is meant for people like us. Like I consider us creators. You know, we're creative thinking people, right? Everybody in
Yeah.
that group text to me are like creators. So this game to me is literally meant for people that are creators, in my opinion, and like for you to just like free thinking and don't have a mental block. Like you just can do whatever the hell you
Yeah.
want. Like I think the people that made this game understand that too, because like I told you, there was this time off. I was blasted into the Sky Islands, right? And I get to one of the islands, and I noticed like probably one of the highest points in the game, and in my head, I'm like, I'm going to get up there. Like it had nothing to do with the story, nothing to do with the game. Like it's just like, and like my head, it was just like, I need to get up there because that's what I want to do right now. I made this like this hover thing that has like the batteries and stuff with the fans, and I hover my way all the way to like I took actually to like each Sky Island, all the way to this main part, and this main part has another, like the highest part has like a main part that's like a way above it. So I like climb all the way up there, and I get up to like the parts like it's like circling, right? And you have to do your ascend and circle up, and then I miss it, and then the highest part is too high to do the ascend, so I had to go all the way back down. This took me forever. I had to go all the way back down, add more batteries to it, juice
Oh
to
my
it,
god.
and then I finally go all the way back up. I get to the point on the platform that I'm hovering on. I can ascend to the very top, and bro, like there's not even anything up there. I don't think it's no like special. It's just like material, like regular material stuff. But that's not the point of it. Like the point of it is just so like the satisfaction that you get of just like getting to where you want to go in this game is so impressive to me. Like
Facts.
like just the satisfaction of building something and having it work out to beat enemies, or getting to where you like point A to point B is like that's the fun
Yeah.
of this game, and that's what um like that's where the satisfaction comes from to me in this game. And I think the creators know that
Yeah.
about people. And I mean, we see it. We see people posting videos like every day. Like there's tons of videos every day of like different things that are
Yeah.
being built to beat enemies or to get from point A to point B. And it's just like, this is crazy. It's crazy. It's
Yeah.
like there's a whole
Yeah.
website for it. People
Or
are
there's like
submitting things on the
people just the
website.
way they got the combos. Or they
Yeah.
got their combos like where it's like drop the bomb here, recall,
Yeah,
drop the plane here,
bro.
recall. What like I'm like, what are you doing?
What
Like
are
how
you
did you
doing?
do this?
Nah, you got tricksters on this
And
game for
so
sure.
for me, bro, like like I told you, I think I texted you today or last night or whatever, but I'm basically playing this game like as the story like so where they're telling you to go, like the first thing where after you get to the main, like you find how to, look at all the map area.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, well now you gotta go check out like Rito Village because Zelda was spotted over there
Oh
or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah.
And like they
I
have
haven't even gone there
right.
yet. Yeah.
So that was like the first place they tell you to
Yeah.
go. But it's an open world, you can go wherever. So I was like, all right, cool. So as I'm going to Rito Village, I'm doing shrines.
Of
I find
course.
a tier, one of the tiers of the kingdom.
Of
Actually, one of
course.
the tiers
Yeah.
itself, right? I get to Rito Village, and so something like you said, I in Rito Village, one of the no spoilers, but a spoiler. The main mission is essentially like I told you, you got to climb all the way up to the top to the boat to this giant boat in the sky that's like basically a part of their like childhood songs.
Yeah.
And so like doing all of that is just once you get up there, it took me like a whole night of gaming, like a whole gaming
Yeah.
session just to get up there, man. And like when I finally got up there, I'm like, yes. And then it's like, oh, you up there. Now there's a whole part of the story you have to do, and it's like the main story. And so it's like, dude, it's so many layers of this game. Like
Yeah.
whether it's the story itself or like what's like side quests, things like that. It's just so in depth.
Yeah.
but I'm enjoying it, man. That's like my feel good game I play off stream. Like,
Yeah.
like I don't gotta worry about being on stream. I might make mistake, I might build something wacky, something
Whack.
stupid,
I
but
built
like,
some whack
like
stuff. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
for
But
sure. Yeah, I'm
it's definitely fun. It's
yeah.
definitely fun.
I gotta get back to. I gotta get back on it tonight, man. That's after I'm done editing some of these videos. I'm gonna get right back to it. I need it. I need it. But yeah, man, that's basically all we got for real. The gaming stuff. I know you're
That's
about to
it.
go see Flash.
Yes,
And
sir.
so yeah, you got a movie to make. But yeah, that's all we have for you today. I'm gonna let Jam get up out of here. Make sure you super smash that like button for us. Subscribe to the channel for more of this. Follow us on the socials. Participate in that giveaway. Participate in the giveaways, man. It's at the alt time. I will have Jam socials down in the description below. He got mad at me last episode because I said featuring Jam. It's not featuring Jam. It's with Jam. Jam is part of TAT, so it's with Jam. It's with Jam. So yeah, have fun at the movie. Have fun in the movie. Let me know about it. Let me know your thoughts. And yeah, man, that's all I got for you.
We might have, depending on how the movie is, whether it's super good or super terrible, whatever it is, I might get on here and talk with Dennis about it.
Yeah.
Just let y'all know my thoughts.
Yeah.
We gotta have some content about the Flash, right? Plus,
yeah,
I will say
we'll have a jam
Flash
session about it.
Character, a jam session. You know what I'm saying? I will say the Flash is one of my favorite superheroes. Can't speak on the whole adaptation of the movie version of him, but the comic book character himself is definitely one of my favorite heroes. So, in all else, I am looking forward to go seeing it. So we'll be tuned for that.
Gotcha. And yeah, that's all I got for you guys, man. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.